Angry guy here, and oh my, millennials are futureless. Dog meat, I'm not giving you any more Bitcoin. I'm not giving you any Bitcoin right now. You're gonna have to settle for. If you keep barking, you're gonna get Bolivars. Do you want me to give you Bolivars? Because that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna. Don't cry. No one likes a pouty dog. I tell you guys. Thanks to these patrons. Special thanks to these patrons. Mickey Turner, Sharky GN, Yuling Neurons, Cryptonomy Royale 2.5, B-Backs, Brian A. Pierre Martel, David Herr, Deadlust, Gabriel Prince, Goob Monster, Hansky, Iceberg 88, John Charles Clark Jr., Joshua Flores, Levi Aram, Nature Monk, Raymond Zuniga, Red Pill Blue Mate, St. Everett, CPO Americanas, Scott Venman, Thomas Danielle, Timothy Bruce Leosa, David Strong, Tim Myers, and Daniel D. Utley. You guys are amazing. I want to thank you for continued support. And we're just gonna jump into today's subject, into today's topic. And the topic is millennials are futureless. Okay. AP 530 says it's just me and the dogs. Oh, bro. This thing is it's really beginning to become more and more obvious that the millennial generation is headed for a rapid social decline as a result of never taking off. The millennial generation is basically the generation that did not go off and, start companies. We did not go off and really establish careers. We didn't do any of that, most of us. And even those of us that did, for example, the doctors amongst us, they're carrying around $500,000 in student loan. We're talking about the principal. We're not talking about the total, okay? We're not talking about the cumulative. We're talking about the principal, okay? Cumulative, that's everything. That's like with the interest and everything else. Oh no, a lot of these people are carrying on easily $1 million. Easily $1 million. I don't know if some of you guys know this. A lot of doctors only make about 80. A lot of like those general physicians, they only make like $80 an hour. I'm just being real with y'all. They only make like $80 an hour. $80 an hour, okay? And you have $500,000 in student loans and you're only making $80 an hour. Something's gonna have to change. I'm just putting it out there like that. Something's gonna have to change. And people seem to think that healthcare is going to only accelerate. Guys, listen to me. Right now, there's a major shift happening in healthcare. And the major shift is going to literally be where you can go to CVS, you can go to pretty much a pharmacy and basically see a nurse practitioner you can basically see essentially a doctor, okay, without having to pay doctor prices. $20, okay? And if you have like the CVS card or like membership for 1 year, you may only end up paying something like $10 out of pocket. Imagine like $10 to see a doctor. Yup. In the United States, they'll do testing, all of that, all right? All of that. They'll send for test orders, all of that. And you never have to set foot into an actual clinic, all right? This is what we're looking at right now. All right. And people just don't want to wake up to it. People are just like literally completely in la la land right now. You have to ask yourself, how the heck did we get to this point? How did we get to this point? We were like literally sleeping at the wheel. And the truth is that, as a society, our parents, they were just kicking the can down the road for a very long time. And now it's just caught up to us. My gosh. Tim says, hey, Sensei, I got 157 Bitcoin diamond. What? You got 157 Bitcoin diamond? Oh my gosh. They're like, oh my gosh, yeah, guys, like that's when you hear my New York accent. Oh my gosh, and that's how my mother talks, and I can't stand when the Long Island. That's the Long Island. All right, very good, Tim. Very good. Tim just got 157 Bitcoin Diamond. I'm telling you guys, Bitcoin Diamond is going to go up to probably. The thing is that the thing is that we're going to see a bull run much larger than the last one, and I could see Bitcoin. I could see coins like Bitcoin Diamond going up to even as high as $100 or $200 a coin. I might even be underestimating the numbers. I'm just being very, very honest with you, because the last time it was at a height of about $60 a coin. So yeah, Tim sitting on 157 of BCD is really interesting to me. I'm just being honest. Like him sitting on 157 BCD right now is really interesting to me, because they're going to skyrocket up, and he's going to be sitting on quite a bit of cash. Like I said, he needs to the only thing he has to do is just remember to take profit along the way. Other than that, I think he's going to be really fine. I mean, a lot of you guys are going to have a lot of money. All you guys who've been buying the courses have been making investments. Tim has already gotten 4 free coins, like 4 free coins dropped into his wallet after taking the how to get free coins course. He purchased it. What I actually have done for you guys, by the way, what I've done for you is, I know a lot of you don't get paid, like you get paid around the first of the month. And a number of you guys were like, oh my gosh, I didn't get paid yet. I didn't get to take part in the sale. I'm so sad. My heart is so broken. And I'm like, you know what? I feel for you, bro. I feel for you. And you know what? Uncle Angry has you. Uncle Angry's got you. So what I've done is I've put up a 24-hour flash sale for you guys. Yes, for those of you that weren't able to purchase the courses, I have put up a 24-hour flash sale, so you will have 24 hours to purchase any of the courses, yet again, at $99.99. This includes the how to take profit from cryptocurrency and not lose your entire investment course. You also can get the the how to choose/invest in altcoins that will increase by 10 times to 1,000 times or more. This course is $299. You'll be able to pick it up for $99. How to buy Bitcoins anonymously and through secret methods. This course, I use it myself. I actually use this course myself. All right. I use this course myself because you guys would be amazed how hard it is to get Bitcoins at times. So, I use this course myself. All right. So how to buy Bitcoins anonymously and through secret methods. I use this course myself because if you want to buy altcoins, you're going to have to buy Bitcoins, and also introduction to day trading cryptocurrency for a living. This course is going to help a lot of people, as we're heading off into the global recession, because if you don't have a lot of money saved, you don't know what to do and you need to make money immediately. For a lot of people, if you can pull in $25, $50 a day, that is a lot of money. When you're flat broke, that's a lot of money. All right. And, if you only have like $100 to spend, and you can take that and turn that into 20 and gain $25 to $50 a day from that $100, then yeah, that can really save your life. So this course is $179, but it's going for $99.99 right now. A lot of you guys should think of this kind of like as a backup plan. Like this one, introduction to day trading cryptocurrency for a living. I would think of it as a backup plan. All right. I would think of that as a backup plan. And for those of you that don't know anything about cryptocurrency, you should definitely take the introduction to cryptocurrency course. That course is $159, but it's going for $99.99 right now. All the courses are. All right. You can now how to get valuable cryptocurrency for free without mining or paying for it. That course is $139, but you can get it for $99 right now. Tim has already gotten 4 different drops, free coin drops from 4 different sources so far since he's taken the course, and he just took the course like a week now, and he's already getting tons of free cryptocurrency. All right, so yeah, that's no joke. Okay. That's no joke. You take it, you apply it, and you will start getting very valuable cryptocurrency without having to put in any real work at all. Okay, you'll see what the course is. Okay, but like I said, guys, right now we're in such a serious economic crisis. We're in such massive economic hardship, and people are sitting on their hands. And the thing about the millennials is that the millennials, there's this whole thing about get woke, go broke. And it's like it's getting so scary out there right now because we're so poor, look at this article from Marie Claire. This article was published on May 31st of 2019. And I want you guys to think about this real carefully. All right, let's read this to you guys because this is insane stuff. All right. And it's not just that. There's a lot of millennials that are sitting in resentment right now. The book Smartcast will give your friends FOMO, fear of missing out. Millennials are generation broke. Here's how we fix it. The class of 2019 is the last of millennials to graduate college. And they have a challenging financial future in front of them. But millennials will also be the ones to solve these systematic problems. Guys, they're broke. Well, class of 2019 is official. You're adults in some official sense of the word. Over the next few weeks, if you haven't done so already, you'll walk across the stage, shake hands with your dean, and smile for the camera. It's a ritual that has continued for decades, but there's something special about your class. You're the last of the millennial generation to graduate college. U.S. elder millennials stayed up late hogging the family phone line, downloading in sync on Napster and chatting on AOL Instant Messenger. Your class, the final millennials, oh gosh, this is horrible, has been sliding into your friend's DM since high school and never knew a world without Bieber. But together, we share a total befuddlement of Generation Z's obsession with TikTok and complete misuse of the word yeet. I imagine you'll hear from some very accomplished commencement speakers telling you that anything is possible if you follow your dreams and never quit. Guys, this is so sad. And it's true. You'll have the opportunities that no generation before us had, but you will also be facing an unprecedentedly challenging financial future. At some point after the adrenaline rush subsides, you might find yourself trying to figure out how to balance your mountain of student loan debt and new astronomical living expenses. And I'm writing to assure you that you're not alone. What is this supposed to be, an article of support? What the heck? All millennials were born into generation broke. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is an article written by a woman's magazine, Marie Claire. This is an article written by a woman's magazine. Okay? What does that say about millennial women right now? Oh my gosh. And today, I want to share some ideas for what can be done about it. Boomers only had to work 306 hours at minimum wage to pay off a 4-year college tuition. Our generation has to work 4,459 hours to do the same thing. Older generations will take every opportunity to tell you that this economic struggle is somehow your fault, that you are entitled or simply spending your money poorly. But the truth is, we can do everything the right way. Go to college, get a job, show up to work, yet unlike our parents or grandparents, we can't seem to get ahead. Oh my gosh. Where our parents could save enough for a home just after 2 years of renting, it takes us more than 6 years. And while boomers only had to work 306 hours at minimum wage to pay off a 4-year college tuition, our generation has to work 4,459 hours to do the same thing. You're choked by student loan debt. You give up half your income on rent. You can't really afford health insurance. You can't really afford health insurance. Guys, and you definitely don't have the money to start a family. What happened? This is a women's magazine, by the way. Again, this is a women's magazine, okay? This is a women's magazine, all right? Oh my gosh. If y'all aren't, and by the way, guys, if y'all aren't shook by now, you should be. And don't forget all the links to the courses if you want to purchase a course from cryptomoney.academy. Because I know I forgot to mention that. All the links to the courses are actually in the description of this video. So just go to the description. You can find all the links to the courses. But yeah, let's continue. This is juicy. This is juicy, guys. This is juicy. This is juicy. This is so messed up. Oh my gosh. OMG. Oh my gosh. The primary reason millennials are the least financially secure generation in a century is that over the past few decades, the cost of living has skyrocketed, but our wages haven't. Oh gosh. Even though the economy is technically still growing, most people in our generation aren't seeing the benefits. If you look at the state of millennials today, nearly 50% of us have zero savings. Almost 70% of us can't afford a $1,000 emergency expense. 70%. We're on track for the worst income inequality in generations, and it's not even our fault to begin with. The expenses that hurt us the most, rent, healthcare, student loans, childcare, are all the result of outdated industries that have become incredibly out of touch with the realities of our generation. And this election cycle, gear up, we'll start to hear promises from 2020 candidates that have a solution to fix these financial woes. Elizabeth Warren has announced that she will wipe out all of our student loan debt and make college free. Bernie Sanders has pledged to make our health care free. It can be tempting to just sit back and wait for 2021, but you should know from experience that we can't rely on elections going our way. As millennials, we have to be ready and willing to solve our own problems. By the time the next election is over, no matter who wins, the federal budget deficit will exceed 1 trillion, and student loan debt in the US is projected to have already reached $2 trillion. 2 trillion. Oh my guys. Oh my goodness. So right now, guys, last we checked, as of 2018, there was $1.5 trillion in student loan debt. And come 2020, it will have already reached 2 trillion. And women hold about 70% of that, 70% of that student loan. So student loan debt. So they actually are. Women actually hold a vast majority. So they would basically be sitting on about 1.5, somewhere between 1.5 and 1.7 trillion dollars in debt. Yeah, all right. So that makes sense. Yeah. So women would be sitting on somewhere around 1.5 to 1.7 trillion dollars in debt. Yeah. And keep in mind that the national debt is around 25 trillion, and women are holding just in student loans just under $2 trillion in debt. Just under $2 trillion. It's no one's fault. It's no one's fault. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. On top of that, most, millennial women are reporting significantly higher rates of financial instability than men, reporting that they have significantly lower savings and significantly lower savings, are looking for economic advice. Guys, we're heading in the direction of a universal basic income. I just want to tell you guys that we're heading in the direction of a universal basic income right now. All right, where the millennials need like an allowance, they need like a monthly allowance so that they can go and buy their corn chips and buy nice cardboard if their parents have kicked them out, or if their houses were foreclosed on, just enough to keep them alive, but not enough to make them thrive. Yeah, guys, there's gonna be a lot, guys. There's gonna be people living under the bridges, living in the sewers. Oh my God, it's gonna be rough out there. I'm telling y'all, the FEMA camps are gonna be stacked. And I already told y'all those are prisons. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. FEMA camp is a prison. All right? Just ask the Japanese. They will tell you that. Go back to World War II. They'll tell you, American Japanese, they'll tell you how it really is. That's a prison. That's a prison. Do you know how many American Japanese died in those camps? In those camps? How did American Japanese people die in American camps? Okay? Think about that very carefully. And that just illustrates the bad conditions that existed in these prison camps. But to each their own. Okay, remember what I told y'all, you want to have a passport? I'll share a personal example. When renting an apartment, oh my gosh, this is insane. When renting an apartment, we are required to pay an outrageous amount of money up front. Landlords often ask for among other things, first month's rent, last month's rent, and security deposit. For a generation that barely has any savings, they may as well be telling us to hand over our firstborn child. Our only immediate option when we encounter these broken systems is to create new business models that work for everyone. Guys, they're talking about socialism and UBI. We could have waited for our government to fix the system, but instead a couple of friends and I worked on an idea that turned into a startup called Reno. Together we discovered that more than $45 billion of our generation's hard-earned savings are locked up in security deposits nationwide, and we came up with the solution that makes moving into an apartment far more affordable. Rather than tie up thousands of dollars when you sign a lease, we replaced the security deposit with a $5 per month insurance plan. Renters are able to save money and landlords are still protected. It's just 1 year. In just 1 year, the concept has already saved people tens of millions of dollars. Think of suddenly having that $1,200 security deposit back in your checking account. $1,200 could translate into months of student loan payments or an emergency fund for healthcare costs. What else can we solve together? In the coming years, you'll probably find your Instagram feed evolving from graduation photos to engagement photos to baby photos. 80% of new parents are millennials. And when or if you decide to take that leap, you might be faced with a very difficult decision. Stay in the workforce and try affording childcare, or keep one partner at home to raise the kids. The terrible irony is that childcare can cost as much as your whole post-tax salary. The tightrope walk continues, but we can fix this. As a generation, we need more bold attempts to turn the odds back in our favor. Our workforce is set to be 50% contractors by 2030. Correct, yeah, because the companies no longer want to pay healthcare or any of those things. Can we create a new benefit system for a new age workforce? The median down payment on a home has increased to $20,000. Can we turn months or years of rent payments into the down payment for future home ownership? Can we tie college degrees to future income so we are drowning in student loans? Is this like wishful thinking? We cannot be afraid to fail, and we will need a relentless entrepreneurial spirit to continue creating shots on goal to help do our part. My partners and I at Kairos have focused on building more solutions to student loans, healthcare, childcare, and housing costs. Is this an ad? In addition to getting rid of security deposits, we are creating a housing network to save people hundreds of months. Is this supposed to be something from Geico? We are creating a membership to help new families save thousands of dollars on childcare and a delivery service to provide working parents with affordable, nutritious baby food right to their door. I tell you all this because I want you to know that many of us are trying. You have allies among the elder millennials too. Y'all don't have any allies. Listen to me, y'all. I'll be 36 this year. 36 this year. You do not have a friend in me. You do not have a friend in me. I want to let y'all millennials know. All y'all millennials, all the millennials younger than me, I want to let y'all know, all right? Sharky is my friend, but you do not have a friend in me. And by the way, Sharky's Generation X. Sharky's Generation X. I'm just letting y'all know. All right, millennials, you do not have a friend in me. You do not have a friend in angry. All right, let me put that out there. Elder millennials have your back. No, no, we don't. No, we don't. You must me. You think I'm giving you a place to? I will dial 911 if I see any of y'all showing up at my door. 911. 911. Oh, I agree. Can we get a place to listen? 911. Oh my gosh. See me dialing that number like I have it on speed dial. Help! Help! There's a bunch of these millennials at my door. All right, they're trying to come inside. I'm so scared. Send back up. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking, all right? I'm gonna be like an old dude in his house. Like, you're like scared, like, no. Get off my property. Get off my property. Don't come back here, yo. I don't know you. We're not friends. Elder millennials, us elder millennials, you've got to be kidding me. I'm marching to 40. Y'all know you know what I was doing? Today? I was buying more crypto. I was buying crypto like a madman. Y'all, that's what I've been doing. I've been buying up crypto like I'm buying it up like a madman. Gotta be kidding me. All right? I've been making my investments, elder millennials. You have allies amongst the elder millennials too? What, you think like we're gonna have your back? Like, you know what, like in the homeless camp and the FEMA camps, like we're gonna show you how to do it, like here's how you're gonna survive and all that. I don't know you. I do not know you. I've said this. Listen to me, millennials. I want my millennial counterparts to listen to me. You do not have a friend in angry. You do not have a friend in angry. All right? Okay? I put courses online. You can go take the courses and you can learn how to support yourself. Okay? But that's about it. Okay? Beyond that, I don't know you. I'm just being realistic. I don't know you. I'm not your friend. I'm not giving you a place to stay. All right. I'm not giving you a few dollars. Okay. No, we go way back. That's lovely. All right. I've never met you in person. I left you a donation. Thank you so much for that. Now, please go your way. All right? Because I told y'all from the very beginning, hard times were coming. I've been talking about this for years now. Years and years. Telling y'all to buy up as many. I said almost any crap coin is going to be worth money, but you have to know how to invest. And what did so many of y'all do? You sat on your hands. All right? You do not have a friend in me. All right? My goodness, you have like a Toy Story, you have a friend in me. You do not have a friend in angry. All right? Don't let anyone lie to you. All right? Angry is not your friend. Angry is not your friend. He does not have your back. All right? He is not looking out for you. That's what to let y'all know. Mickey's in the chat. What's going on, Mickey? Singer, you have a friend in me. Tim says, Singer, you have a friend in me. Tim says, don't you mean a Satoshi? Satoshi. Oh my god. Oh gosh. Mickey says, we can sing Kumbaya together. Oh my gosh, it's tough times out there, y'all. I told y'all, it's some tough times. I don't even feel bad for a lot of people. Let me keep reading this. Millennials are the most entrepreneurial generation. That's a complete lie. Together, we can use the same spirit of creative ingenuity to come up with real solutions to the crazy cost of living. So they're looking for this. This is a universal basic income, guys. I just want y'all to know. This is the universal basic income. That's really where it's headed, all right? Some form, some version of socialized living, okay? This is where we're heading for. This is where we are heading. Okay? so that they give us feelings of excitement rather than doom. If more of us do so, there's a future in which we don't have to automatically write off the idea of buying a house because we can't afford it. Oh, so we can just share it with a bunch of different people, right? And in which we could actually envision making enough to start putting money into savings. Elizabeth Warren wants to put a yearly tax on savings accounts to pay off student loan debt. She wants to put an annual tax on savings accounts. Yeah, good luck with that one. Together, we can create businesses that will bring down these insane costs and provide not just our generation, but future ones as well, a path to unprecedented economic prosperity. Millennials, this is everything that happened in your generation. 1984, first Apple Macintosh commercial airs. 1985, Michael Jordan named Rookie of the Year. Wow, Michael goes back that far. 1984, MTV Music Awards first started. What the heck? 1986, the Oprah Winfrey Show debuts nationally. 1985, We Are the World is recorded. What the heck? 1999, Nintendo releases the Game Boy. 1989, The Simpsons premieres. Oh gosh. What the heck? 1991, Barney premieres. 1990, Home Alone is released in theaters. 1991, the Hubble Space Telescope is placed into orbit, finally. Took like 30 years to get it up there. 20, 30 years. No, like 30, almost 30 years. It started like working on that in like 1960s, I think. 1994, O.J. Simpson police chase. 1996, Tupac got shot. 1997, Amber Cromie and Fitch. 1997, Teletubbies. You've got to be kidding me, guys. I can't believe this now. This is crazy. 1995, Windows 95 is released. 1996, Spice Girls. Guys, we had a real crappy generation. I just gotta talk about like 1999, The Matrix movie. 2001, 2001, iPod released. 2001, 9/11. 2001, Juicy Sweatpants. 2002, American Idol premieres. 2003, Madonna and Britney make out at the VMAs. 2004, last episode of Friends. 2004, Live Strong bracelet. What the heck? Was that from Lance Armstrong? 2008, Sex and the City movie. That was over 10 years ago? Oh my. 2004, Facebook launched. 2006, High School Musical premieres. 2007, iPhone release. 2008, Barack Obama declared president. What the heck? Guys, we've had a I gotta stop. I just gotta stop. This has been like is this supposed to make us feel better? Like this is, what the heck? Like what did our generation do? What have we done to our generation? Like seriously, like I mean, what have our parents done to our generation? Like we're just like so sad. We're just like so sad. Like what is this? Millennials aren't changing the world. They're just broke. Okay, that's another article. Okay, maybe let's see if we can find something a bit more positive. All right, see if we can find something a little bit more positive. Okay, let's see what's on this page. This page. Why millennials are facing the scariest financial future of any generation since the Great Depression by Michael Hobbs. Okay, like everyone in my generation, I'm finding it increasingly difficult to not be scared about the future and angry about the past. I am 35 years old, the oldest millennial, the first millennial, and for a decade now, I've been waiting for adulthood to kick in. My rent consumes nearly half my income. I haven't had a steady job since Pluto was a planet, and my savings are dwindling faster than the ice caps the baby boomers melted. Oh my gosh. We've all heard the statistics. More millennials live with their parents than with roommates. We're delaying partner marrying and house buying and kid having for longer than any previous generation. And according to the olds, our problems are all our fault. We got the wrong degree. We spend money we don't have on things we don't need. Guys, this guy is like, this is a Huffington Post article. The grammar's even a little off. This guy's angry. This guy's angry. We still haven't learned to code. Oh my gosh. We killed cereal and department stores and golf and napkins and lunch. Oh my gosh. Mention millennial to anyone over 40 and the word entitlement will come back at you within seconds. Our own intergenerational game of Marco Polo. This is what it feels like to be young now. Not only are we screwed, oh my gosh, but we have to listen to lectures about our laziness and our participation trophies from the people who screwed us. Oh gosh. But generalizations about millennials like those about any other arbitrarily defined group of 75 million people fall apart under the slightest scrutiny. Contrary to the cliche, the vast majority of millennials did not go to college, do not work as baristas, and cannot lean on their parents for help. Every stereotype our generation applies only to the tiniest, richest, whitest sliver of young people, and the circumstances we live in are more dire than most people realize. We've taken on at least 300% more student debt than our parents. We've taken on at least 300%. Oh my gosh, what the hell? And the source is the College Board Trends. This is a calculation from 2013. Okay. We're about half as likely to own a home as the young adults were in 1975. Guys, 1 in 5 of us is living in poverty. 1 in 5 millennials live in poverty. And guys, keep in mind that when you factor women into that, most of those people are actually millennial women. Based on current trends, many of us won't be able to retire until we're 75. Oh, 75 is that number is pretty darn low, honestly. Bank of America is saying that you should estimate that you're going to keep working just until a few years before you die. So just tossing that out there. 75 is like a luxury number. But it's not just the numbers. What is different about us as individuals compared to previous generations is minor. What is different about the world around us is profound. Salaries have stagnated and entire sectors have cratered. At the same time, the cost of every prerequisite of a secure existence, education, housing, and healthcare has inflated into the stratosphere. From job security to social safety net, all the structures that insulate us from ruin are eroding, and the opportunities leading to a middle-class life, the ones that boomers lucked into, are being lifted out of our reach. Add it all up, and it's no surprise that we're the first generation in modern history to end up poorer than our parents. This is why the touchstone experience of millennials, the thing that truly defines us, is not helicopter parenting or unpaid internship or Pokemon Go. It is uncertainty. Some days I breathe and it feels like something is about to burst out of my chest, says Jimmy Motzinger. I'm 25 and I'm still in the same place I was when I earned minimum wage. 4 days a week she works at a dental office. Fridays she nannies. Weekends she babysits, and still she couldn't keep up with her rent, car lease, and student loans. Earlier this year, she had to borrow money. Oh my gosh. Earlier this year, she had to borrow money to file for bankruptcy. Wow. Oh my gosh. I heard the same wall closing in anxiety from millennials around the country and across the income scale, from cashiers in Detroit to nurses in Seattle. It's tempting to look at the recession as the cause of all this. The great effing. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is the Huffington Post. The great effing. I can't say. They're literally cursing on this, guys. The Huffington Post is literally using profanity outright. This is insane. Great effing from which we are still waiting to recover. But what we are living through now and what the recession merely accelerated is a historic convergence of economic maladies, many of them decades in the making. Decision by decision, the economy has turned into a young people screwing machine. And unless something changes, our calamity is going to become America's. Understanding what the heck? Understanding structural disadvantage is pretty complicated. You need a guide? Hi, I'm Becky. My job situation is rocky and my saving account is a joke. Okay. Follow me as I make my way towards a stable financial future. Okay. What? And the floor just fell out underneath her. Becky's still falling. Becky's OMFG? Okay, this doesn't look good, guys. What the heck is this? Becky, I don't know what to say to you. What the heck are these? N-E-N-I-U-N-F. What the heck? Never? What the heck? What the heck are we looking at? Bunch of puzzle pieces? Oh my gosh. Never ending job insecurity? Never ending job insecurity? What the heck? Okay, guys, this is getting crazy. Never-ending job insecurity? What the heck? And Becky's still falling. What Scott remembers about the group interviews? 8-10 people in suits, a circle of folding chairs, a chirpy HR rep with a clipboard. Each applicant telling her one by one in front of all the others why he's the right candidate for this $11 an hour job as a bank teller. It was 2010 and Scott had just graduated from college with a bachelor's in economics, a minor's in business, and $30,000 in student debt. At some of the interviews, he was by far the least qualified person in the room. Guys, you have a bachelor's in economics, a minor's in business, applied for an $11 an hour job, and in some of the interviews, you're the least qualified person in the room. All right, walking around with a bachelor's degree. All right, when you got people with masters and doctorates starving for that $11 an hour. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is some serious stuff. This is a nightmare. Millennials, this is a nightmare. This is a real nightmare. This is a real nightmare. Nick Chow said, how late am I for the notification? Guys, don't forget that you have to not only turn on the notification bell, but you also have to ensure that notifications, email and push notifications are enabled, or else even if you have the notification bell on, you still won't get notifications. Jamal Gregory says millennials are daydreaming. Let's see here. At some point in the interview, he was the least qualified person in the room. The other applicants described their corporate jobs and listed off graduate degrees. What did I say? The other applicants described their corporate jobs and listed off graduate degrees. Some looked like they were in their 50s. One time, the HR rep told us she did these 3 times a week, Scott says, and I just knew I was never going to get the job. Never gonna get that $11 an hour job. After 6 months of applying and interviewing and never hearing back, Scott returned to his high school job at the old spaghetti factory after he bounced around selling suits at Notre Dame outlets, cleaning car parts and wing tables until he learned that city bus drivers earn $22 an hour and get full benefits. He's been doing that for a year now. It's the most money he's ever made. He still lives at home, chipping in a few $100 every month to help his mom pay the rent. In theory, Scott could apply for banking jobs again, but his degree is almost 8 years old and he has no relevant experience. He sometimes considers getting a master's, but that would mean walking away from his salary and benefits for 2 years and taking on another 5 digits of debt just to snag an entry-level position at the age of 30 that would pay less than he's making makes driving a bus. At his current job, he'll be able to move out in 6 months and pay off his student loans in 20 years. Now, guys, what did I tell you about these doctors walking around with $1 million in debt? $1 million in debt. All right? They're never paying that off. Oh my gosh. There are millions of Scots in the modern economy. A lot of workers were just 18 at the wrong time, said William Sprigg, an economic professor at Howard University and an assistant secretary for policy at the Department of Labor in the Obama administration. Employers didn't say, oops, we missed a generation. In 2008, we weren't hiring graduates. Let's hire all the people we passed over. No, they hired the class of 2012. Oh my gosh. You can even see this in the statistics. A divot from 2008 to 2012 where millions of jobs and billions in earnings should be. In 2007, more than 50% of college graduates had a job offer lined up. For the class of 2009, fewer than 20% of them did. Wow. According to a 2010 study, every 1% uptick in the unemployment rate the year you graduate college means a 6 to 8% drop in your starting salary, a disadvantage that can linger for decades. The same study found that workers who graduated during the 1981 recession were still making less than their counterparts who graduated 10 years earlier. Every recession, Sprigg says, creates these cohorts that never recover. The class of, oh no, heaven help you if you graduated on the wrong side of the recession. Let's have a look here. Over 10 years, a typical 09 graduate could earn up to $58,600 less than the typical 07 graduate. My gosh, guys. Wow. By now, those unlucky millennials who graduated at the wrong time have cascaded downward through the economy. Some estimates show that 48% of workers with bachelor's degrees are employed in jobs for which they are overqualified. A university diploma has practically become a prerequisite for even the lowest paying position. Just another piece of paper to flash in front of the hiring manager at Quiznos. But the real victim of this credential inflation are the 2/3 of millennials who didn't go to college. Since 2010, the economy has added 11.6 million jobs, and 11.5 million of them have gone to workers with at least some college education. In 2016, young workers with a high school diploma had roughly triple the unemployment rate and 3.5 times the poverty rate of college grads. Once you start tracing these trends backward, the recession starts to look less like a temporary setback and more like a culmination. This is crazy, guys. Over the last 40 years, as politicians and parents and perky magazines listels have been telling us to study hard and build our personal brands, the entire economy transformed beneath us. For decades, most of the growth in America has been in low-wage, low-skilled, temporary, and short-term jobs. The United States simply produced fewer and fewer of these kinds of jobs our parents had. This explains why the rates of underemployment among high school and college grads were rising steadily before the recession. The way to think about it, says Jacob Hacker, a Yale political scientist and author of The Great Risk Shift, is that there are waves in the economy, but the tide has been going out for a long time. No, they've been kicking the can down the road for a long time, and now they've run out of road, all right? And you can't build more, all right? You run out of road. The decline of the job. I mean, like, I remember there's this, like, on How I Met Your Mother, Lily would always say, "Where's the poo?" Like, and basically, like, that's how she would call it, like, "Where's the poo?" Because, like, there's always poo somewhere, all right? The boomers have been hiding the poo for generations now. Where's the poo? Boomers, where's the poo? Where's the poo? I'll tell y'all, when the poo hits, it's like it's literally just going to be falling from the skies. You'll have poo falling from the skies. Everyone's like, what the heck? Where did all this poop come from? It was there, but they've been hiding it all this time. All right? It won't be raining dollar bills. It'll be raining poo. The decline of the job has its primary origin in the 1970s with a million little changes the boomers barely noticed. The Federal Reserve cracked down on inflation. Companies started paying executives in stock options. Pension funds invested, there were also computers that came around there. Pension funds invested in riskier assets. The culminative result was money pouring into the stock market like jet fuel. Between 1960 and 2013, the average time that an investor held stock before flipping them went from 8 years to around 4 months. Over roughly the same 4 months. Well, guys, that's not investing, that's speculating. Over roughly the same period, the financial sector became a Sarlacc pit encompassing around a quarter of all corporate profits and completely warping companies' incentives. The pressure to deliver immediate returns became relentless. When stocks were long-term investments, shareholders let CEOs spend money on things like worker benefits because they contributed to the company's long-term health. Once investors lost the ability to look beyond the next earnings report, however, any move that didn't boost the short-term profits was tantamount to treason. So basically, the boomers were like, if the money wasn't flowing in every short-term report, there was going to be a nightmare. They were going to go crazy. The new paradigm took over corporate America. Private equity firms and commercial banks took corporations off the market, laid off or outsourced workers, then sold the business back to investors. In the 1980s alone, a quarter of the companies in the Fortune 500 were restructured. Companies were no longer single entities with responsibilities to their workers, retirees, or communities. They were Lego castles clustered of distinct modules that could be separated, optimized, and sold off and put back together. Business applies the same chop shop logic to their own operations. Executives came to see themselves as first and foremost in shareholder pleasing game. High staff salaries became luxuries to be slashed. Unions, the great negotiator of wage and benefits and the guarantors of severance pay, became enemy combatants. And eventually, employees themselves became liabilities. Corporations decided that the fastest way to a higher stock price was hiring part-time workers, lowering wages, and turning their existing employees into contractors. Because if they're contractors, then you don't have to pay them health care, as well as a bunch of other benefits. In fact, it reduces the cost of everything, because now they're responsible for paying their taxes too. Okay, so let's keep going. And hey, no 401k. 30 years ago, she said you could walk into any hotel in America and everyone in the building, from the cleaner to the security guard to the bartender, was a direct hire. Each worker on the same pay scale and enjoying the same benefits as everyone else. Today, they're almost all indirect hires, employees of random anonymous contracting companies, Laundry Incorporated, Rent-A-Guard Incorporated, Watery Margarita Incorporated. In 2015, the Government Accountability Office estimated that 40% of American workers were employed under some sort of contingent arrangement like this, from barbers to midwives to nuclear waste inspectors to symphony cellists. Since the downturn, the industry that has added the most jobs is not tech or retail or nursing. It is temporary health services. All the small no-brand contractors who recruit workers and rent them out to bigger companies. Guys, Why does this sound like? Why does the words indentured servitude come to mind? The effect of all this domestic outsourcing, and let's be honest, its actual purpose is that workers get a lot less out of the job than they used to. One of BAT's papers found that employees lose up to 40% of their salary when they are reclassified as a contractor. In 2013, the city of Memphis reportedly cut wages from $15 an hour to $10 an hour after it fired its school bus drivers and forced them to reapply through a staffing agency. What the heck? Some Walmart lumpers, the warehouse workers who carry boxes from truck shelves, have to show up every morning but only get paid if there's enough work for them that day. Oh my gosh, guys. This is what's really driving wage inequality, says David Will, the former head of the Wage and Hour Division of the Department of Labor and the author of The Fissured Workplace. By shifting to contractors, which is something I talked about years ago, that we were going to head into a complete contractor-based society, all right? But no one wanted to listen. I said, guys, y'all need to start working on your hustle, working on your side hustle. I've been talking about this for a number of years, all right? Guys, I could have had a lot more money. I could have been sitting on bank right now. You know what I was doing instead? I was investing in crypto. I was building crypto. I was developing things, all right? I was actually creating something for myself because I knew that there was not going to be there wasn't going to be a job waiting for me out there. Like, oh, go get a job. Remember how many people told me to go get a job? I run my own company right now, y'all. I run my own business, all right? I have an LLC, all right? I file as an S corporation, okay? I have my own business, I pay my taxes, multiple states at that. I am a businessman. I have, guys, I have my course business, all right? And you guys see how much money I make from my course business. I had to have pulled in $4,000, $5,000 this past month from my crypto courses business or more. And then also don't forget that I have my membership business, so that, I have memberships. People basically sign up for a membership and basically I teach them, I tutor them, stuff like that. I also have my investments in cryptocurrency, which I'm investing even more into cryptocurrency. Okay. So I have I'm diversifying as much as I can. I'm working on getting my drop shipping store up, and what I'm going to do is focus on product. There's one of two things that I'll do. Either I'll focus on products that the millennials are going to need, are going to be struggling to get, or I'll basically build it into a niche. Well, it's one way or another, it's going to be a niche that can have outward growth. Okay. But I'm working on my drop shipping business, because a lot of millennials are going to everyone's going to be ordering everything offline because they're too broke to buy it elsewhere. So I'm going to be focusing on that. All right. There's a lot of people who have drop shipping stores, and they're making a ton of money a month, making $500,000 a year. Some people making like $60,000 a month, but some of y'all think this is a game. Mickey just hit me up saying that he wanted another course. Yes, Mickey. Okay, bro. I've got you, bro. I've got you. Guys, don't forget that the Ethereum wallet course. Okay, so Mickey wants the Ethereum wallet course. Okay, Mickey. Yes, you'll get the course. Don't worry, bro. All right, I'll finish it up. I'll get it released this ASAP. Mickey has pretty much almost all of the courses at this point. So there you go. All right, so let's see here. This is what's driving wage inequality. By shifting tax to contractors, companies pay a price for service rather than wages for work. Oh my. That means they don't have to think about training, career advancement, or benefit provision. Yep. This transformation is affecting the entire economy, but millennials are in the forefront. Where previous generations were able to amass years of solid experience and income in the old economy, many of us will spend our entire working lives intermittently employed in the new one. We'll get less training and fewer opportunities to negotiate benefits through unions. which used to cover 1 in 3 workers and are now down to around 1 in 10. Plus, as Uber and its gig economy perfect their algorithms, will be increasingly at the mercy of companies that only want to pay us for the time we're generating revenue and not a second more. And guys, this is everything that's coming after hashtag me. Like, imagine how things are looking after for the women, millennial women after hashtag me too. I make $100 on my best days, work from home and reduce self-esteem. See how? Get it now. Appendectomy surgery. Use code intestine20. Congratulations, you have won 0 prizes. What the heck? Local source leftovers delivered to your door within something $45 a week. Local source leftovers. But the blame doesn't only fall on companies. Trade groups have responded to the dwindling number of secure jobs by digging a moat around the few that are left. Over that, guys, remember when I told y'all those luxurious 9-to-5 jobs were going to be a thing of the past? I said this 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I said these luxurious 9-to-5 jobs are going to be a thing of the past. All right? So y'all need to start preparing now. I said this 2 years ago. 2. All right? 2 años. And where are y'all? People didn't listen to me. They didn't listen to me. And now look at these people. Look at them. They're broke. They're broke. All right? Now there are a lot of these people popping up on my channel, buying up my courses, asking for help, changing their names. I know a lot of these guys, they're changing their names and coming back on their different names, so I can't recognize them. Like, hey, how you doing, bro? How you doing, bro? I'm not your bro. I already told y'all. Millennials. Angry is not your friend. Shoots. Traitors. I tell y'all, over the last 30 years, they successfully lobbied state governments to require occupational licenses for dozens of jobs that never used to need them. It makes sense. The harder it is to become a plumber, the fewer plumbers there will be, and the more each of them can charge. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. Nearly a third of American workers now need some kind of state license to do their jobs, compared to less than 5% in 1950. In most other developed countries, you don't need official permission to cut hair or pour drinks. Here, those jobs can require up to $20,000 in schooling and 2,100 hours of instruction and unpaid practice. Wow. Guys, this is insane stuff. This is insane stuff. How the heck did we end up here? They broke. What the heck? They broke the safety net? What the heck is this? Guys, this is pretty dark. This is some intense stuff. I heard the most acute description of how this happens. Anicord Krishna, I think I had the last name right, a Duke University professor who has over the last 15 years interviewed more than 1,000 people who fell into poverty and escaped it. He started in India and Kenya, but eventually his grad students talked him into doing the same thing in North Carolina. The mechanism he discovered was the same. We often think of poverty in America as a pool, a fixed portion of the population that remains destitute for years. In fact, Krishna says poverty is more like a lake, with streams flowing steadily in and out all the time. The number of people in danger of becoming poor is far larger than the number of people who are actually poor, he says. We are all living in a state of permanent volatility. Between 1970 and 2002, the probability that a working age American would unexpectedly lose at least half her family income more than doubled, and the danger is particularly severe for young people. In the 1970s, when the boomers were our age, young workers had a 24% chance of falling below the poverty line. By 1990, that had risen to 34%. And the number only seems to be getting worse. From 1979 to 2014, the poverty rate among young workers with only a high school diploma more than tripled to 22%. Millennials feel like they can lose everything at any time, hackers said, and increasingly they can. Here's what the downward slide looks like. Gabriel is 19 years old and lives in a small town in Oregon. He plays the piano and until recently was saving up to study music at an arts college. Last summer, he was working at a health supplement company. It wasn't the most glamorous job, lugging boxes and blending ingredients. But he made $12.50 an hour and he hoped he could step up to a better position if he proved himself. Then his sister got into a car accident. T-bone turning into the driveway. She couldn't walk, she couldn't think, said Gabriel says. His mom wasn't able to take a day off without risking losing her job. So Gabriel calls his boss and left a message saying he had to miss work for a day to get his sister home from the hospital. The next day, his temp agency called. He was fired. Though Gabriel says no one had told him, the company had a 3 strikes policy for unplanned absence. He had already missed a day for a cold and another for a staph infection. Oh my gosh. So this was it. A former colleague told him that his absence meant he was unlikely to get a job there again. My gosh. So now Gabriel works at Taco Time and lives in a trailer with his mom and his sisters. Most of his paycheck goes to gas and groceries because his mom's income is disappearing into the family's medical bills. He still wants to go to college, but since he can barely keep his head above water, he set his sights on an electrician's apprenticeship program offered by a local nonprofit. I don't understand why it's so hard to do something with your life, he tells me. The answer is brutally simple. In an economy where wages are precarious and the safety net has been hacked into ribbons, one piece of bad luck can easily become a years-long struggle to get back to normal. Guys, I told you, millennials are facing a serious uphill battle with poverty. Millennials are living in poverty right now, and mass poverty is something that most millennials are going to fall into. Don't forget that a lot of boomers are essentially flat broke right now. They're just basically like, trying to getting by, and a lot of them are going to be, they don't have any updated skills. It's pretty bad. Just by the way, don't forget that Bitcoin actually hit 9,000, I think it was yesterday, and then a lot of people took profit, and now it's back up to 8,490. We're headed for 10,000. Just to let you guys know, we're headed for 10,000, and at 10,000, that's it's a psychological thing. 9,000 is pretty huge because it is, but 10,000, that's when the floodgates open and everybody wants, that's when we might jump from 10,000 to $15,000, in literally no time. And then from 15 to 25,000, and then suddenly goes up to 35,000. And then basically everyone is like, oh my gosh, why didn't I invest? Like I said, you have to know how to take profit. So don't forget that the Taking Profit course is right now available along with all the other courses on cryptomoney.academy. So for $99, it's a 24-hour sale, flash sale. Yeah. In the age of responsibility, Yash, a political theorist, writes that before the 1980s, the idea of responsibility was understood as something each American owed to the people around them, a national project to keep the most vulnerable from falling below basic subsistence. Even Richard Nixon, not exactly known for lifting the downtrend, proposed a national welfare benefit and a version of a guaranteed income. Guys, this is universal basic income. But under Ronald Reagan and then Bill Clinton, the meaning of responsibility changed. It became individualized, a duty to earn the benefits your country offered you. Since 1996, the percentage of poor families receiving cash assistance from the government has fallen from 68% to 23%. No state provides cash benefits that add up to the poverty line. Eligibility criteria have been surgically tightened, often with the requirements that are counterproductive to actually escaping poverty. Take temporary assistance for needy families, which obstinately supports poor families with children. Its predecessor, with a different acronym, had the goal of helping periods of kids under 7, usually through simple cash payments. These days, those benefits are explicitly geared towards mothers, getting mothers away from their children and into the workforce as soon as possible. A few states require women to enroll in training or start applying for jobs the day after they give birth. The day after. Wow, guys. I'm telling y'all, and everyone thinks it's going to be okay. The list goes on. Housing assistance for many people. The difference between losing a job and losing everything has been slashed into oblivion. To pick just one example, in 2014, Baltimore had 75,000 applicants for 1,500 rental vouchers. Food stamps, the closest thing to the universal benefits we have left, provide an average of $1.40 per meal. In what seems like some kind of perverse joke, nearly every form of welfare now available to young people is attached to traditional employment. Unemployment benefits and workers' compensation are limited to employees. The only major expansion of welfare since 1980 has been to the earned income tax credit and the child tax credit, both of which pay wages back to workers who have already collected them. Back when we had decent jobs and strong unions, it kind of made sense to provide things like healthcare and retirement savings through employer benefits. But now for freelancers and temps and short-term contractors, those benefits might as well be monopoly money. Guys, remember what I told y'all about monopoly money? Remember what I told y'all about that? I was talking about this 2 years ago. 2 years ago. 41% of working millennials aren't even eligible for retirement plans through their companies. Wow. And then there's healthcare. Guys, this is sad. This is sad. Like I said, guys, we have a 24-hour sale going, a flash sale going on cryptomoney.academy right now, because I care about you guys. All right, don't forget. So you can 24-hour flash sale is going right now, and basically you can get a course. Get any course for, let me see here, for $99. Guys, no one's going to do it for you, all right? No one's going to do it for you. How to take profit from cryptocurrency and not lose your entire investment. Day trading, introduction to day trading. Oh, guys, you know this, the spiel. All the links in the description of the video. This course, how to get valuable cryptocurrency for free without mining or paying for it. A lot of you are going to want to take this course because a lot of y'all are broke. So, yeah. But anyway, cryptomoney.academy, I kind of feel for you, my millennial people, but at the same time, I don't entirely, because I kept on telling you, I told you so. I kept telling y'all, tough times were coming, some really bad days were coming, and people didn't listen. People didn't listen. All right? Everyone was like, it is what it is. We're gonna, well, guess what? Yeah, it is what it is. Y'all are broke. Y'all are broke. All right? Y'all are broke. That's how it is. Guys, I'm telling you. It's crazy out there. It's crazy. All right? It's crazy. Everyone thinks it's fun and games until they have to do things to survive that they never imagined. They never thought they would have to do. All right? I've already told y'all, homelessness isn't fun. Homelessness is a horrible thing. I wouldn't wish homelessness on my worst enemy. But some of y'all think it's a game. Some of y'all still think it's a game. All right? Let me tell y'all, I told y'all, Southern California, some of y'all think that y'all are just going to move to Southern California and try to do homelessness there. Southern California is a desert. It's a desert. All right? It gets cold at night. It gets cold at night. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all think you'll just move to Southern California and do homelessness there. It gets cold. It's a desert. The desert gets cold at night. Y'all are going to be out there shivering. All right? Thinking this is a game. It's not a game. It's real life. A lot of y'all going to be homeless. Don't worry, I'm strongly thinking about working on that course for y'all. Like, how to survive, thrive. So how to survive and thrive in homelessness. Because a lot of y'all, I think you're gonna need it. All right, make it nice and affordable for you. All right, I'll make it like $159, but I'll definitely do the early bird special and do maybe some flash sales so you guys can pick it up for $99. All right. Because Uncle Angry, Angry Uncle Angry has your back, all right? Just don't call me your friend, because I'm not your friend, all right? I'm just doing, I'm just putting it as making reminding you, but I'll put the courses out there for you. Put that course out there so you can learn how to, do homelessness, do it big, do it big. We read some of these comments. You guys are having fun in the chat. Tim says, Angry, here is their meal. UBI on you in the UBI. Breakfast, Rice Krispie bar and Pop Tart. Lunch, ramen and ham and cheese sandwich. Dinner, chips and ramen and frozen meal. Chips and frozen. honestly, Tim, I think that sounds kind of luxurious for them. Mickey says, so the article proves how badly America is going downhill. Let's see here. Mickey says, this is depressing, be angry. Chris says, 1998 through Saving Private Ryan. Tim says, we effed ourselves and did nothing. To be honest, it was, the world. AP530 says the world is a vampire. Oh my goodness. AP says, what about WWE highlights? Why you leave those out? The heck? Tim says, Angry, when many girls and guys condense me saying go to college or laughing at me not getting TN promise, now they are all in debt. How ironic. Mickey says, who the heck is voting down this stream? Guys, what do you listen to me? Don't forget that there was a lot of people who were upset with me, all right? And they didn't have a plan for the future. These people did not have a plan for the future. And now they're watching the streams and they're upset. They're upset, guys. They're upset. They're afraid. They don't know what to do. I'm just being honest with you. They don't know what to do, so they're coming here and they're downvoting the stream. They're because it scares them. It scares them. The reality of things absolutely scares them because they don't have any options right now. They have zero options right now. Zero options. Things are an absolute nightmare for them right now. Okay? It's an absolute nightmare. And people don't want to own up to it. People want to live in la la land. All right? Don't act like everything's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, brothers. It's going to be okay. No, it's not. It's a nightmare out there. It's not going to be okay. Things are terrible right now. Why are you lying to people? Stop lying to people, because that's all that's happening. Stop lying to people. It's a miserable, guys, 3.6 unemployment rate. That doesn't reflect a low unemployment number. That reflects so many people have given up and stopped looking for work. All right, it's a horrible time out there. Mickey says, everyone pray for me and my brother. His kidney is failing. I have to donate my kidney to keep him alive. I'm not joking on this. Yeah, Mickey told me about it a while ago. Guys, definitely pray for Mickey. Definitely pray for Mickey. I'm like, I think Mickey said that his brother was like his best friend in the world. At the same time, the idea that Mickey is 60 right now, and I'm not really, I can't tell him don't do it, because if he doesn't, then his brother would likely pass away. But at the same time, Mickey is 60, donating a kidney to his brother. I mean, this is not an optimal situation. It's definitely not an optimal situation. And then, guys, think about all the people who are going to be out there who don't have friends and family to help them out. It's going to be a nightmare. Mickey says, Angry, I love reading fiction. Chris Wilton says, you have to know how to work a bubble. That's right. Mike Taylor says, okay, I need to go do prayer request on my ministry. Anyway, I'll do that one too. I'm out. God, prayer request? Prayer request? Chris Wilton says, abusing the millennials might come back to bite AOC style. The bartender girl is gonna mess things up. Oh my gosh. Mickey said YouTube just kicked him out. He's back. Chris Wilton says, I thought Angry was going to be a therapist for Bezos. Oh my gosh. Let me see here. Mickey says, women are hitting me up for dates, Angry. Can you believe this? Bro, I talked about this 2 years ago. I don't know to say if I can believe it. I told y'all I talked about this 2 years ago. 2 years ago, all right? I told you guys, this is what's going to happen. I said 2019. Okay, all right? Don't forget, guys, to talk about the great collapse of 2020. Great collapse of 2020. But you know what? Hey, I'm not a prophet. I just have common sense. I have common sense, all right? I hope God is speaking through me, but I have common sense. I'm no prophet. I'll tell you that right now. I've got common sense. It's in short supply. Real short supply these days. We see here. Mickey says, I won't be here when they come for the boomers. Mickey said, I won't be here when they come for the boomers. Guys, Mickey's been working on that passport. Mickey's been building the crypto, working on that passport. Yes, he has. Mickey, 60-year-old boomer Mickey is on his way out. Mickey's getting ready to flee. Flee the country. Oh my gosh. Let me see here. Mickey said, I love reading fiction. I'm talking about the unemployment numbers. Oh my gosh. Guys, I told y'all, guys, it's rough times out there. It's miserable out there. It really is. All right? It's a miserable thing out there. All right? I feel kind of bad for a lot of these people, but not entirely bad, because a lot of people put themselves in these situations. All right? They put themselves in this situation. All right? And now they want others to feel sorry for them. All right? And I am, honestly, I've done the homeless thing. I've done all of it. All right? I've had my ups and downs. Okay? So at the end of the day, the Lord Jesus Christ saved me. So, love him and reach out to him, because that's all that's all the millennials have. I'm just to be honest. That's all the millennials have. That's all the millennials have right now. Okay, that's all we have all ever had. And the honest truth is, a lot of millennials are atheists these days. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in God. What do you think they're gonna do? Millennials are in terrible shape. Terrible shape. All right, they're in horrible shape. Okay, and it's only going to get worse. I told y'all that all those jobs were going to disappear. 9-to-5 jobs, those are a thing of the past. I told y'all that. I told y'all guys that all these cashier jobs, all those low skill jobs, those are all going to be gone. People didn't believe me. All right. Like I said, all crypto money courses are on sale for 24 hours for just $99. All right. So if you missed one, you can get it. Like I said, this is a good one for y'all. All right. How to get valuable cryptocurrency for free without paying or mining. Because some of y'all will just wake up and will find like thousands of dollars in your account, in your wallets. All right. So this is a good one for all of you to pick up. All right. All of them are good courses. You can also learn how to take profit from cryptocurrency and not lose your entire investment. A lot of you are going to end up doing this. More of you are going to end up doing this than you realize. Okay. Strongly suggest you take this course. Also, this course is $299. How to choose/invest in altcoins that will increase by 10 times to 1,000 times or more. Guys, I just want you to know that this will likely be the last time, potentially the last time that I offer this course for $99. So if you wanted this course, there will still be more deals in the future, probably for like $199. Okay, but if you wanted this course, I strongly suggest picking up this course right now before the special ends, because this will likely be the last time that this course is going for $99. It's going to be going way up. All right. So yeah, I mean, you can get all these. This is a flash sale, 24 hours. You can get all the courses here for $99. But hey, I mean, like I said, guys, do what makes you happy. All right, do what makes you happy. If you're cool with that, if you're cool going to FEMA, then I don't want to intrude on your happiness. All right, I want you to be happy, and I want you to do what makes you happy, and you'll make it. Make one of you guys says, I already got mine ready. Oh my gosh. As well, I told y'all. It's rough. Anyway, guys, how long has this stream even been going? The stream's been going for a while. Feels like the stream's been going for a while. I don't even know how long the stream's been going. It's been going for a while. I've been here just talking to y'all for a good, wow, over an hour. My goodness, 76 minutes. All right, you guys have had a good time. 3 downvotes, guys. There's so many people who are just like angry, guys. Like, guys, if you support this, if you want to prepare, like, go ahead and hit and smash the like button. Come on, guys, don't let these people have their way. Go ahead and hit the like button. Get the likes up. Come on, boys, get the likes up. Let's get those likes up. Go ahead and hit the like button. Get the likes up. Because there's a lot of these people. They're such defeatists. They're scared right now. They're upset right now, and they're downvoting the video because they don't know what to do. They're afraid, and basically, they're like, I'm telling them the truth. I'm telling you what's going to happen, and they're afraid of reality. They're afraid of reality, and they're afraid of the fact that I am right. I am right, and I'm not a prophet. I just have common sense. Got common sense. Like I said, I hope God's talking through me, but I just have common sense. Need that passport and money stash. Like I said, one good thing about the crypto as well is this: that in some cases, like if you're trying to get out of the country and you have a stash of money, the government will try to confiscate it. I'm just letting y'all know. Like, you go to the airport and you're trying to leave the country with money, the government will confiscate that money. They'll confiscate your money, your jewelry. You'll be shocked. They'll say, "Oh, sorry, we can't allow you to take the stuff outside of the country. New restrictions." I'm telling you, there's going to be all kinds of restrictions about bringing your property outside of the country. You want to bring gold, you want to bring silver, you want to bring even fiat, bringing a certain amount of money. Like, you're bringing more than a couple $100 out of the country, they're going to stop you, all right, and confiscate it. Okay? You are not going to be able to leave the country with assets. That's how they're going to get you. So when it comes to cryptocurrency, the only way you're going to be able to travel and have money overseas is by having crypto. In some cases, you won't be able to access your fiat. You won't be able to do any of that. All right. Right now, in a lot of countries, they're doing it in India. I hear that they're trying to do it over in South America, maybe like Mexico, where they're trying to restrict access to fiat currency, physical currency. So basically, you won't be able to go to an ATM and take out money anymore. You'll have to actually, for every transaction will have to be done using a debit card or a credit card. Something that that's where every transaction is traced, and every dollar that you have can be automatically and immediately seized by the government. And this is the reality of things right now. That's the reality that they have in store for people. Okay, so if you don't have cryptocurrency, if you haven't been learning about crypto, you're going to be in a really hard spot, because anyone who has who wants to have a security, a nest egg, you have to have crypto. You just do. Because at this point, we're moving more towards a restricted society where the government, it may even start happening in the US soon, where they start talking about doing away with physical currency. And the reason why they want to do away with physical currency is because they've printed so much phony money that now they want to pull back on it and hide the actual amount that exists, so that they can keep on making more, and it only exists in cyberspace, but it doesn't actually exist in reality, and it makes it much more difficult to have accurate checks and balances. I'm telling you guys, this is the reality that we're in. Okay, we were born into it was in 1984. All right, we were born into 1984. I was literally born into 1984. That's the irony. I was literally born into 1984. I'm one of the oldest millennials. We were born into 1984. Oh my gosh. Well, it was 1984 by that time. It was the same thing. All right. Anyway, I said what I needed to say. You can find links to all the course in the description of the video if you want to pick up a course. Let me see here. Mickey says that's true. There are actual regulations already in place to prevent money from leaving the country. It's illegal to move $50,000 out of the U.S. That's going to go down to $3,000, and then from $3,000, it's going to go down to even less. Literally, they're going to say something like, "Well, if you're moving more than $500, then we need to have a conversation. Where are you going with all this money, brother? What are you doing with all this money? Where are you going? Taking this kind of money out of the country. That's something that terrorists do." Mickey says, "I'm getting my passport this Thursday." I'm telling y'all, they're gonna say like, that's something that someone that wants to take more than $500 out of the U.S. That sounds like treason to me. That's why would you want to strip the country of its wealth and resources? Why do you want to spend all of this money overseas? I'm telling you guys, you think it's a joke? You're gonna go to the bank and say, "I want to take some money out." They're gonna say no. I'm telling y'all, just wait for the day. It's gonna happen real soon. You go to the bank and say, "I want to take some money out." They're gonna say no. No, you say, "No, it's my money." They're gonna say, did you call in advance and let us know that you're going to be taking some money out? You're gonna say, wait. All I want to do is take out a couple $100. They're gonna say no. We made it very clear recently when we released our new terms of service that we actually require express service if you want to withdraw more than $20. You're like, well, I've got my rent to pay. They're like, that's your problem. You should have planned ahead. It's as simple as that. You're like, "Can I at least check my balance?" They're like, no. You need an appointment for that too. You go online and try to check your balance. Your balance says pending this and that. It's not even updated. Like, it'll take 24 hours to update. You're like, why is it going to take 24 hours for my balance to update? That's because they're taking your money and using it in all different places. All right? You don't even know about it. Mickey says it well in the chat. That's why it will soon be illegal to hold cash. People think it's a game. That's a topic for another video. Anyway, guys, love God, get money. Let me know what you think about the future of millennials. If you agree millennials are futureless, love God, get money, and cheers.